T206 set includes 8 examples of where the same player image is used for 2 different teams. This is to account for trades that occurred after the first wave of cards was issued in 1909. Let's start this off with Frank Smith, who pitched for the Chicago White Sox in 1909. He was traded to Boston, and they updated the card. The first card on the left shows just Chicago, and the card on the right says Chicago and Boston. Next up is Red Kleinow, catcher. He caught for the New York Highlanders and then was traded to Boston. They updated the card to show Boston American. This one is actually in a cycle back, cycle 460, a nice off back. Next up is Bill Dolan. Dolan played for the Boston national team and then moved on to Brooklyn and became their manager. They actually changed the logo on his shirt and updated the team designation. Next up is George Brown, who played for the Chicago Cubs, was traded to Washington, and they updated the team designation to Washington. Next up is Carl Lundgren. Lundgren pitched for the Chicago Cubs. He was sent to the minors, played for Kansas City. They updated the card. They made some color updates. The more rare card is the Cubs version. Norman Kidd Eberfeld played for the New York Highlanders and then was traded to Washington. They went ahead and updated the portrait card. The Washington version is rare and difficult to obtain. Last 2 team changes are very similar. The first is Bill O'Hara, who played for the New York Giants and was traded to the St. Louis Cardinals. When they updated his card, they removed the NY, and the card was only produced in the polar bear back, which caused a scarcity of the card, and it became a very difficult card to obtain to complete the set. Very similar circumstance with Ray Demmett. Demmett played for the New York Highlanders, was traded to the St. Louis Browns, and again, they updated the uniform to St. Louis, but only printed the card with a polar bear back. And this is one of the toughest cards to complete the set. I was able to pick one up and very happy to get it. The other interesting thing about the Demmett card is that it spells out the word American for the American League version, which is rare and perhaps the only example of that in the entire set. So those are the 8 team changes. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Keep collecting.